Well, just like we predicted, the mainstream establishment media is continuing their complete and total meltdown over what they are calling fake news. And these are the guys, the same liberal hypocrites who were basically promoting all of the lies, the propaganda, the disinformation that not only came out of Barack Obama's White House, but also Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. I mean, when you think about it, the mainstream media has really become Obama and Hillary's very own PR department, or the Ministry of Truth from George Orwell's 1984. That's what it reminds me of. We know, for example, that there were CNN reporters who colluded with the Clinton campaign. We also found out through WikiLeaks, something we suspected all along, that Hillary was getting her debate questions in advance. CNN was also caught rigging the polls for Hillary. And remember, it was the mainstream media who said Donald Trump has no chance of winning the presidential election. It's not gonna happen.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
The debate is never about, can Trump win the election? The standard has now been reduced to, can Trump make it through the next 4 weeks without getting removed from the ticket?
I talked to probably 12 Republican senators yesterday or their representatives. I couldn't find a single one who now thinks they're going to win.
Well, I make of it the fact that that Mr. Trump is a serious candidate for the Republican nomination, is so stupendously, incredibly idiotic, I can't even get my hands around it or my head around it.
Drop out. Simply drop out and tell America this entire candidacy was a stunt.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones right now, Donald Trump.
I think the real danger is, Trump is going to be up on that debate stage. He's going to make any cut because his poll numbers will be high enough to get him up there. And that just kind of makes a mockery of the whole process for the Republican nomination.
Hillary Clinton has a 100% chance of winning. So that means that no scenario that we could lay out to get Donald Trump to 270 electoral votes.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
Trump, I don't believe, is going to be the party's nominee. And if he is, he's going to get crushed by Hillary Clinton. And I wanted to point that out.
This guy's a joke. We may lose by historic proportions. I mean, something that will, one person said to me yesterday, that could affect the Republican Party for generations to come. I'm not sure the Republican Party is going to survive.
I don't think there's any way that Donald Trump gets elected president of the United States.
Tomorrow night, I think when Hillary Clinton wins, that Donald Trump will have lost this election from the very first day he announced.
We couldn't help her any more than we have. You know what I mean? She's got just a free ride so far from the media. We're the biggest ones promoting her campaign.
That's right. Nobody has been the victim of fake news more than Donald Trump. I mean, he was ambushed from all sides of the mainstream news media. And I got news for you. They are not going to stop, okay? They're just getting started because they are going to do everything in their power to destroy him. I mean, hell, it was just a couple of days ago when CNN, they ran another fake news segment about Donald Trump. This time they said he was getting ready to round up Muslims and throw them into internment camps. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Come on, man. And hey, I'll let you in on a little secret. Donald Trump is not afraid of the mainstream media. And they've done everything they can to intimidate him, belittle him, and even blackmail him into backing down. But it's not happening. That what doesn't kill Trump only makes him stronger. And thank God for the alternative in social media, because I don't think Trump would have had a chance in hell without the internet. In fact, we'd probably be looking at a Jeb Bush presidency, or God forbid, Hillary Clinton, if it wasn't for the World Wide Web. The mainstream media, they can't handle the Trump. They don't know what to do about this guy. They've never seen anybody quite like him before. And I guess the establishment figures if they could shut us down, Breitbart, InfoWars, Drudge Report. You know, if they could shut down alternative and social media, they can shut Donald Trump down. And that, my friends, that is their new battle plan.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Can Donald Trump win a general election?
My view is no, but we'll see.
Why not?
Well, if Mitt Romney lost with 27% among Latinos, how good would somebody do who's got an 11% approval rating?
So this guy, in my view, is not going to be elected president, and he's got a ceiling.
And your basic argument is that the premise here, he's not going to win all 4 of those states.
No,
that's what you're saying.
No.
The Fox News decision desk has called Pennsylvania for Donald Trump. This means that Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States.
Now it's time for America to bind the wounds of division. Have to get together. To all Republicans and Democrats and independents across this nation, I say it is time for us to come together as one united people.
You're awake, by the way. You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now. This is our election now. This is us. This is our country.
Well, America is crying tonight. I'm not sure how much of America, but a very, very significant portion. And I mean literally crying.
I'm sorry. It's not okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Take a moment.
Sorry.
When you both consider the events over the next 36 hours.
This was a white lash.
Investigators are also looking into who breached voter databases in the states of Illinois and Arizona. For his part, President Putin has denied any tampering.
I don't know anything about it. And on a state level, Russia has never done this.
Deeper concerns tonight that the world's shining light of democracy has gone dark.
And to further that sentiment of total fear porn now spiraling out of control from the left, Hillary Clinton Mouthpiece Central, the Washington Post, backed up the website Prop or Not's claim that 200 websites wittingly or unwittingly published or echoed Russian propaganda. Of course, InfoWars was at the top of the list, created by 4 anonymous researchers. The Washington Post's attack on independent media was later modified with a retraction. The Washington Post wrote, "The Post, which did not name any of the sites, does not itself vouch for the validity of Prop or Not's findings regarding any individual media outlet, nor did the article purport to do so. Since publication of the Post's story, Prop or Not has removed some sites from its list." Regardless of the fact that the Washington Post had engaged in fake news, the very same article went on to lecture its readers on methods of identifying fake news.
How do we do better prices for our audience? Because that's how I want to be treated. Meanwhile, they're just like, how do we screw everyone? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But then on air, it's like, oh, I'm liberal. Oh, I have the moral high ground fighting racism and sexism and homophobia. Really, Obamacare doubles prices in the first year. Shut up, racist. Why are you getting upset? Because I'm for real. So, self-proclaimed hack journalist calls on social media to censor fake news. Hillary supporters still reeling over devastating laws call for censorship of independent media. I mean, this is like your restaurant can't get any businesses because you got caught with cockroaches in all your food and rat droppings, and it was on the news. The health department shut you down for a week. No one's pulling up to eat your food. No one. What do? You start whispering, oh, yeah, they got cat turds in their food across the street. Oh, yeah, and they got the syphilis on the hamburgers. Yeah, we and then they start calling in health department calls. Oh, Bob's across the street. They're the ones that got really dirty stuff. And then they run over and, throw cat droppings, under the bar stools right as the inspector comes in. Look, it's there. Just shut them down.
Hubris is a heavy drug. John Bound for Infowars.com.
Our fellow info warriors across the United States and across the planet really love the Hillary for Prison 2016 shirts that we began to put out in 2015. It became a global meme against globalism and corruption. And and a very strong maxim that's now being continued on today. So we now have George Soros, because the media attacked me on this whole goblin meme, and they've made huge jokes about it, but it's totally blown up in their face. We now have George Soros as a goblin on the back, and it says with a cross through him, an X like Ghostbusters, no Soros, him as a goblin. It says deport Soros on the bottom, and on the top it says InfoWars established 1996. So it is a limited edition, deport Soros on the back, Hillary for president on the front, right-hand shoulder, InfoWars.com. It's powerful. Hope you get out to everybody you know. InfoWarsStore.com or call 888-253-3139.